What's up, YouTubers? I'm making a video tonight about the Bahamas Extended Access Travel Stay Program. I've had a few people ask me on my channel. I've also had people ask me in other groups I belong to because they're skeptical that other governments around the world are going to make it easier, not harder. Maybe not to get us. They may make it difficult to get a second passport or residency, but they're going to make it easier for people to have visas where they can stay a long time and probably not pay tax or pay a minimal tax, so they can work and rent properties from people in these countries. And anyways, I've been shooting my mouth off about Bahamas. This is BahamasBeats.com introducing the Bahamas Extended Access Travel Stay Program. Your pass to work and play. It's also an education visa, or at least that's how they're billing it. Anyways, the Bahamas isn't the only country doing this, and as this catches on, I see more countries doing this. So people will be moving from some parts of the world where the real estate will probably go down in value to, say, the Bahamas, where real estate rentals or properties could go up if this becomes popular and it works, and if the government doesn't kill the goose that lays the golden egg, which is what they do typically. Anyways, if you come here, you'll see how it works, FAC or FAQ, etc. So study remotely, work more. Anyways, we'll click on how it works. And by no means is Bahamas the only country doing this. I mean, these are brand new programs, so you really have to stay on top of this. Usually this is just promotional stuff, finding your rhythm. Okay, living the island life for up to a year this is a year visa, I forgot to mention that, is as simple as filling out a form online. So you fill it out online. This is how easy it might be for some people. For review by the Bahamas Immigration. Approval can take up to 5 days, at which point applicants will receive an email for payment. Again, a payment, a tax, let's just say. But it might be worth it to you if you can figure out how to become a contractor and work for a company in a first world and get your taxes down either to 0 or 50% below what you paid. If you're a U.S. citizen, you can get your taxes down to about 50% of what they were previously if you become a contractor. Even if you don't become a contractor, some people will just move just to get a lower cost of living, although I don't know how you're going to do that in the Bahamas. Anyways, once your payment is processed, you will receive a confirmation QR code to show up upon entry. That's it. I mean, it sounds simple, we'll see. What they're saying is it takes 5 days to process if you qualify and everything goes swimmingly well, which it never does with the governments, especially in the Caribbean. Length of permit, 1 year. That's kind of interesting, 1 year. No visa runs or anything. Here we go. The applicant will fill out and submit the online Beats application form with an application fee of $25, probably non-refundable, valid for both work and study remote applicants. Please have the following documents ready to apply: valid passport data page, medical insurance card, those applying for work remotely proof of employment. That's important. If I remember right, they want $30,000 to $60,000 income, but I can't remember. Those applying to study remotely, student ID. So you don't have to go to school there. You just have to be willing to study remotely, sign up for some program, and you can just live there if you qualify. Anyways, here we go. 5 days it takes to. Oh, here we go. Here's where the rubber meets the road. If the applicant is approved, the applicant will receive an email for payment. Work remotely permits are $1,000 for the head of household and $500 for each dependent. Now let's say you're just one person. That works out to about $80 a month. That's actually not bad compared to, say, Thailand, but I don't really know because I never really lived there. But some of these countries, it can be up to $50 to $100 a month for all the costs, and then it costs of your traveling around and dealing with the government. Study remotely permits are $500 for each applicant. Permit application fees $25 will also be collected once approved. All fees are quoted in Bahamian currencies. I forget if it's 2 to 1 or what. I think in Belize it's 2 to 1. I don't know what it is in the Bahamas, but so you'll pay $1,000 for the head of household and $500 for each dependent. Study remote. Okay, here it is. Study remotely permits are for $500 for each applicant. So if you're a student, it actually is going to be a little less. Then you got to pay the $25 for the actual application fee. Step 4, electronic QR permit. After successful payment is received, the applicant will receive confirmation QR code upon arrival in Bahamas. So say you can afford to actually live there and pay rent. It's actually a kind of a cheap insurance policy for a place to live if your country goes to heck in a handbasket. Well, let us look at the FAQs. The 401 of living in the Bahamas. It's a nice page. What is the Bahamas extended access travel stay? It's a 1-year permit to live there. There's important professionals and students from overseas. I wonder if there'll be an age limit on students. That'll be interesting to find out. BEATS gives the students and professionals who are working studying from home the opportunity to live and travel among 16 different islands. That's interesting. Due to unprecedented flexibility in work location that has emerged from the global COVID-19 pandemic, the Bahamas is ideally suited to accommodate long-term visitors who wish to work remotely. I wonder if this will be extended for a year to year. Like, if it's popular, I wonder if they'll let you do another year and another. That'll be interesting to see. Here's how you apply. It says, do I need a general travel permit in addition to a permit secured through the BEATS program? Citizens from the USA, Canada, the EU, and Britain do not need an additional travel permit. So if you're from one of these places, the EU or Canada, the USA, I don't want to say you're home free, but you're going to have it easier. For more information on permits necessary and documentation for entry into the Bahamas, please visit www.bahamas.com entry requirements. So search for your country there if you're not from the above countries. It says the BEATS permit is an annual residence permit that expires 12 months from the date of issue. Applicants for annual renewals will be considered for a maximum period of up to 3 years. So this may work for up to 3 years. That's interesting too. They tell you like how to apply. It says interested professionals and students can complete BEATS application form online by visiting, https://portal.immigration.gov.bs for Bahamas, I presume. This is more stuff about this. Applicants are submitted for BEATS permit will be reviewed by the Bahamas Immigration for approval. If you're approved, you get a confirmation email, and then you pay some fees, and you get your QR code. The application fee is $25. What documents are needed? Here we go. You need a valid passport and medical insurance. You'll have to find out what that is. Persons applying to work remotely will need to attach a job letter from current employer or proof of self-employment. See, that could be the workaround or the loophole. But I won't comment on that except for to say there's ways you can do that. Students applying for remote study purposes will be required to provide evidence of enrollment in an accredited learning institution. There's a lot out there that's accredited. So that's kind of a loophole too, but I won't get into that. As well as proof of sufficient funds to cover living expenses and travel expenses. This may include parents' financials. See, that's another loophole. Instead of applying to work there, just apply for a student, do your online gig on the side, enroll in an accredited university, and of course fall in the age if there's an age limit. Instead of like saying what your employment is, just do it that way. How long will it take for application to be processed? Looks like 5 days, but that's probably optimistic for the Caribbean. How is this different from other Caribbean countries? Well, they're just saying the Bahamas is better. Everything's better in the Bahamas, which I don't think is true, but spend up to a year means you can live on a different island every month and still not get to all of our individual destinations. BEATS for professionals. What happened there? Did we hit on something in their computer, like the programmers messed up? No. Here we go. Just more information. Professionals will be required to pay both an application and permit fee, which will cost a total of $1,025 for an individual's. So there it is. If you're just one person, $25 and $1,000. Then there's, like I said before, the family applicants, which is $1,000 for the head of household and $500 for each dependent, plus the $25. No, married couples will be required to submit separate applications if both parties intend to work for the Bahamas. That kind of sucks. Probably they collect more fees that way, though. They'll collect more fees that way. However, only one of these applicants will need to apply on behalf of mutual dependents. Here we go. Here's where the rubber meets the road again. The Bahamas offers a wide range of accommodation, hotels, and resorts, offering extended stay programs to home rentals and Airbnbs that can fit any budget. That's what they're saying. So this is a way to help fill accommodations there that might be empty. Here's some more information. Beat for students. Should students wish to take advantage of this offering through the University of the Bahamas? Okay, they have their own program through the Bahamas. This is if you want to study at the Bahamas. Technology fee $300, ID card $20, library fee $125. Look at all these fees. Excuse me. This is just a way to clip people for a lot of fees, kind of like Panama. Bahama Cultural Experience course $690 per course. That's not cheap. Application fee $50, miscellaneous $500. Student activity fee. That's quite a lot of money. Do I need to resign from my current college to do this? Nope. You have to do your research and shop around to see what would be the best for you. And this is a new program. There's probably going to be things that you could kind of skip around because it's so new. They won't know the loopholes or how to close them right away. Here's the entry requirements for COVID. Well, they just did it again. Or maybe I'm just can't figure it out. You probably need a COVID test. Yeah, they have COVID protocols, which they're not saying here. Oh, so you gotta go to Bahamas.com travel updates. Anyways, that's basically it. I'm just going to say it again. It's Bahamasbeat.com / well, here it's frequently asked questions, but let's just go to the website, Bahamasbeats.com. So just go there, do your research, see how you might fit in. If you want an education visa, sounds like the education visa through one of their universities is going to be expensive, but it sounds like there may be some accredited universities that will work. It'll be cheaper, especially if you're already in school. There's a picture of a nice young lady. But it's for people who are really, really creative, who can work as an independent contractor or have various companies already set up and do something that way. It sounds like that's kind of a loophole right there, but I won't get into that. Here's more about why you might want to live there. It's beautiful islands, but from people I've known who live there, there's one guy I know, well, I don't know him personally, but I can't remember his name. Him and his wife lived there for a year, and they enjoyed it. And they did it with their family, and they really liked it, but it does get kind of boring. And this is back in the 80s when it wasn't really developed like it is now. I can't even imagine what it is like now. And from time to time, there's rising crime there, just to let people know. So to live in a safe area is going to cost you some money. Anyhow, this is for the viewer who asked about the Bahamas program. Now, there's a couple more like this. I just can't remember which countries they are, but as COVID rips through the economy, there's going to be more governments trying to copy the Bahamas to get fees or revenues. And then there's going to be the thing where companies are going to figure out ways around taxes from their home countries to pay you as a contractor offshore. Now, for the U.S., that might be more difficult, but for like the U.K. and other countries, that's like they've already figured it out. I would say U.S. companies are going to figure out this stuff out pretty fast, too. So instead of paying withholding fees, they'll probably have people in these corporations that figure out how to tell you how to set up an LLC and become a contractor. But if you can figure this stuff on your own, if you're U.S. citizens, you'll figure it out how to do this and pay less money. And it might pay you to leave the country and work in another place if you're getting paid a lot of money from an employer, or if you just have your own little sideline hustle business. Anyways, that's it for that. I'm going to sign out and upload this and put it on my channel. Like, share, leave a comment, and if you know of any other countries like this, put it in the comments so the other viewers can benefit from it. Thank you.